are working. The BBI report assumes the entrepreneurial space is conducive for businesses to thrive in the first place before you can be given a tax. The BBI report assumes it's easy to actually start a business in this country, which is not. And when you put all these things into consideration, you then understand that the number of young people who are starting businesses is very low, extremely low. So giving us a tax break rather than increasing our capacity to be able to get into that business space makes no sense for me at all. When you come to the HELB moratorium, you're given a moratorium for 4 years. Gerald, I can tell you, after I finished campus, I tarmacked. I tarmacked for about 6 years before I finally just went like, okay, this employment thing maybe is not for me. Let me go do something else. So you're giving me a moratorium for 4 years. The least amount of time people tarmac in this country is about 7 years, 7 to 15 years. So how has that 4 years helped you, really? You know, and education is a right that has been given to us in the Constitution. When you say that you're educating a generation so that they can be future leaders of the country, you're educating this generation so that it can benefit Kenya. So why is it that we have to pay for education? Yearly, we lose 600 billion to corruption every year since 2013. 600 billion. Ever since inception, the total amount of HELB loans comes to 7 billion alone. We can afford to write off Mumia's sugar as a bad debt, yet we cannot afford to write off HELB loans as a bad debt to educate the future of our country. It's a misplaced priority. Now, when I come back to saying why I do not agree with the BBI report, first and foremost, because it's a plagiarized constitution. I don't believe it's going to be implemented effectively, even if we said yes to it. The lack of goodwill to implement anything in this country nullifies anything good that might be in this document.